Hi, friends. I haven't been able to make a video in a while because I've been so busy with coursework. In my last year of undergrad. Um, but I did actually make a video for my coursework for one of my classes that I thought I would share on the channel. It's quite different from what I usually do because I was doing a sort of experiment to see if I could show some of what the internal experience, or at least my internal experience of ADHD was on video, sort of inspired by an idea someone was doing, Katie Soros was doing on TikTok. So yeah, that's what this video is me sort of exploring if I can recreate and illustrate some of the experience of my neurodivergent brain on video. So, and there's a bunch of stuff that sort of happened in the filming and the edit that I just kind of went with. So yeah, this is just kind of a bit of an experiment, and I figured since I haven't been able to make a video for the channel, I would just share this with the channel. So that's what this video is. Enjoy, hopefully. What comes to mind when you think of ADHD? If you're like a lot of people, the first thing you think of is a child, probably a boy. You probably imagine this boy to be a ball of energy, unable to sit still. What you probably don't picture is me. Hi, I'm Sarah Ezat. I'm 41. I'm a cis woman, and I have ADHD. Many children who are assumed female present different symptoms of ADHD than those who are presumed male. We aren't disruptive, so we often get overlooked. But what is a diagnosis? It's usually a thing decided by someone who is outside of the experience, deemed to be objective. There are questions that you might ask. Are you good at homework? Do you pay attention in class? Do you lose your keys a lot? So that's what it looks like from the outside. I'm going to try and show you a little of what my experience of my weird brain is like. So how do I explain this? Well, there's a part of the brain called executive function. Kind of sits about here. And it works like your brain's middle manager. Another way to think of it might be a professor's TAs. And in my brain, these middle managers, or TAs, have been laid off. There was cutbacks, budget problems. So because of these staffing issues in my executive function, my brain doesn't organize attention on what's important, but on what's interesting. So when I'm interested in a subject, it's like magic. I can see all the nuances of a thing, all the light and shade, and I want to just explore all of it. Every color, every bit. My thinking speeds up, and I get involved. I get interested. Everything fades away, and there's only the beautiful, fascinating thing. I can read everything and all the articles and follow the rabbit holes on all the interesting things, and I go off on tangents, and when others are on the same wavelength and the information is accessible, it is like a superpower. But I don't get to choose when that happens. But what if others aren't on the same wavelength? What if it doesn't even necessarily take much? What if they speak slower or take pauses? So I can't regulate the speed at which my brain works, and nor can I regulate what it focuses on. If there are people making noises in the hallway, I find it very difficult not to focus all of my attention on that, and I have to work very hard to focus my attention on what I'm supposed to be doing. if there is feedback on a video, that may be all I can. If say there's feedback or odd noises in a video, and I have to work very hard to filter out, or the effort of filtering, or the effort of filtering these things out means my brain can't sentence, my brain can't. And this inevitably leads to brain fog. I can get things done, but only by focusing very hard on one thing at a time that is right in front of me and achievable. And I have to ensure that my schedule allows for times when my brain do this until it comes back. Like I said, I make my schedule knowing I'll need time to have brain fog days. And there are other ways I cope. Medication and other habits can help add a couple competent managers into the mix. But mostly, I cope by learning to work around my brain. I use podcasts and videos about topics that I need to learn to help engage my brain in multiple ways, because the more levels that I engage on, the more likely to get the dopamine hit. And I know I can filter out distractions better if I move my body while I'm listening to some things, or find a more comfortable posture. That kind of takes us back to those symptoms and what ADHD looks like to outsiders. Because those are the things I'm doing to regulate my unregulated attention. To outsiders, it looks like I'm fidgeting. It looks like I'm not sitting still and not paying attention to the person who is speaking. I was diagnosed at 33. The woman who diagnosed me wasn't an outsider. She had ADHD herself. And she asked me the series of questions. One of which was, how often do I lose my keys? And of course I said, I don't lose my keys. I never lose my keys. But because she knows what it's like from the inside, she asked me a follow-up question. How much of my brain do I devote to not losing my keys?